Okay, so I'm going to show you how to start your foundation double crochet. This is a great concept to use, a great stitch to use when you're making like the brim of a hat or like say the cowl, because it's going to go over your head and you need a bit of stretch, but yet you don't want it to stretch and not hold its shape. So the foundation double crochet is what I use at the beginning, just to give it that stretch. The traditional way, you would chain and then turn and work your double crochet the opposite direction, or if you were working in the round, you would chain your X number of stitches and then create a ring and then work your double crochet in the ring. I hate that because I always twist the ring. So this is a way to get the effect that you want without all that stress of twisting your chain and having to start over 100 times if you're like me. Now, when you are starting your foundation double crochet, be sure to leave a length of about 4 to 6 inches. We're going to use that to sew the bottom piece together. Since we are forming a ring with this, you're going to be joining in the top of the double crochet at the end, and so there will be a little gap at the bottom because the bottom two of the first foundation double crochet and the last foundation double crochet, there's no way to join those. So this little tail at the end will do that. We'll sew it together. It's super easy. You just loop it around, knot it off, weave in your ends. It's not a big deal. Okay, so to begin a foundation double crochet, you are going to chain 3. And then you're going to yarn over, put your hook in the 3rd chain from your hook, yarn over, pull up 1 loop, and since we are creating the foundation chain as we go, technically, you're going to go ahead and chain 1. And now you're going to yarn over, go through 2, yarn over, go through 2. So we are essentially chaining 1 at the foundation, or the base, I should say, of every double crochet that we're going to make. And this will create kind of like a vertical piece. It's very interesting. All right, so now we're going to yarn over, and we're going to be placing our hook in the chain that we made at the base. So turn your piece over to where you can see the 2 loops of that chain, okay? You don't want to go through just one, or it's going to be too loose, too loopy. And then you're going to yarn over, pull up a loop to where you have 3 on your hook. Now we're going to create that chain, so chain 1, and then you're going to finish your double crochet as you normally would. Yarn over, go through 2, yarn over, go through 2. And you're going to continue in this fashion. We're going to make a few more. So you see we're already going vertically. And if you see here, you can see that the chain is at the base still yet. So that is how you are creating your foundation chain as you go. So yarn over, go into the chain that you created at the base of your last stitch, yarn over, pull up a loop, and now we're going to yarn over, chain 1, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. And we're going to go back to that chain 1. Oh, I made a mistake. You probably caught that. I accidentally put that last one in the same chain. Yarn over, go through the chain of your stitch, pull up a loop, chain 1, yarn over, go through 2, yarn over, go through 2, yarn over, go through the chain that you just made at the base of your stitch, pull up a loop, yarn over, chain 1, make your double crochet. You can see that I have 1, 2, 3, 4. And again, I don't count this beginning chain 3 that we started with as a stitch because I like it to fill in the gap. Since we're creating a ring, when we bring the foundation, the last foundation double crochet to meet the first one, and we join with a slip stitch in the top of that, I want this to kind of fill in the hole. It won't count as a stitch. We're not going to work into it. We're going to kind of skip over it. And then this tail we will use to sew the base of the ring together, since it's not going to be joined at the bottom. So I'm going to show you one last time and then I'll shut up. You're going to yarn over, put it into the base, the chain that you created at the base of that double crochet, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, chain 1. Now make your double crochet as you normally would. You're going to continue this in the stitch count that I told you in my pattern. You're going to want to make the exact number that equals the measurement that you need. And I would recommend writing that number down so that you can count your stitches after every round. All right, if you have any questions, let me know.